Hey, what is it, be sexy beast? And damn, is that a new shirt? You guys are looking absolutely fire today. You're looking absolutely gorgeous. I really like it. I am definitely a huge fan. Anyway, it's GhostSickness Tristan here, and today I'm bringing you the whole stupid Tinder bitch story. I know when you guys hear a title like that, you're like, oh shit, man, this is gonna be good. Better grab my popcorn, better grab some soda, grab some candy, get ready for this shit, man. And that is absolutely the case. So today, if you guys want to leave a like on it, there's tons more of these whole story, everything like that. If you leave 1,000 likes on this, I will do the whole ex-girlfriend story from like start to finish, everything like that, all the juicy details that you want to know about me and my ex, if you guys are interested in that. But today I figured I want to do this one first, and I've done this twice before with the first girlfriend story and the whole slut story, which is a pretty damn good one. Yeah, so this is the whole stupid Tinder bitch story, and with a title like that, you guys are probably like, oh my god, Tristan's so mad, he's so on fire. And I'm telling you right now, before I get into this story, it's going to be a really raw, unedited story. I want to leave in all the kind of nuances and all the little things that I kind of do, because again, it frustrated me. It got me really pissed off, and it just, oh man, I don't, I have part of me that doesn't want to talk about it, but I have a lesson to teach you guys in today's video, so I am going to be fucking talking about it. And I do like telling stories that are just embarrassing, so you guys like, fucking get to the point, man. I've already grabbed my popcorn. All right, so if you haven't grabbed your popcorn and leave a like on this video, then there's going to be issues here, all right? I'm going to get right into it. So it started on Tinder, like any goddamn good story, right? It started on Tinder. I was swiping right, and she was swiping right. Dude, it was going really, really well, and we matched, fam, and we messaged a little bit, and we're like, yo, what up? Come here often. And it went okay. Like, we messaged just a little bit, didn't go crazy well, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll hit this girl up again. And so she was literally on her third strike, because again, I use something called the 3 strikes rule, which I made a video on before. If you've seen it, if you message a girl more than 3 times, then no, don't message a girl more than 3 times without her responding. So on the third time, I messaged her like several days out in between. She messaged me back saying that, blah, 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 like her mom, like she had to uninstall the app because her mom had her phone, and like she can't use Tinder because her parents are super strict. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, like Jesus, like, oh man, this girl's like 18, and I can't. So I'm gonna call this girl Anna for the secrets, for these purposes, storytelling purposes of this story. Her name is not Anna, but you know exactly who you are. I really hope she's watching this, because I did tell her about my fucking channel, right? If she's watching this, I'm gonna be like, all right, man, I'm gonna fucking lay into you. I'm gonna fucking tear into you on this today's video. Today, but yeah, so I messaged her, and we matched a little bit, and I ended up getting her phone number. So I got her phone number, and right off the bat, it was going really well after I got her phone number, basically. So we're texting back and forth, and then it was like later that night, and I'd already teased her, and it had already gone really well. She said she wanted like see me naked and stuff, and so I knew it was gonna be lit, fam. I knew that I was gonna get balls deep in that pussy, but so anyway, man, I talked to her on the phone. Like, I legit like called this girl up, and that's something I don't really do a lot. We talked about it. I don't remember. I was going to explain to her something. I don't remember how it got brought up, but we were talking about what I was looking for and what she was looking for, and I was looking for, and I am still looking for, like a fuck buddy, like nobody serious, anything like that. I'm not looking for anything serious. However, if a girl's really cool and awesome, then yeah, I'm 100% down. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say no to dating a girl if she's absolutely fire and absolutely fantastic in every way, shape, and form. So again, when I get on the phone with her, I was getting really good vibes. Like, this girl was cute. This girl was fun to talk to. She had a fucking bomb-ass, adorable voice, man. Girls with, like, cute voices make me weak in the knees, man. It's like, I'm fucking dead. Like, I'll marry you, fam. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, make me weak in the knees. But yeah, so we're talking on the phone, and she knew I was just looking for a fuck buddy, and it got into me talking about the girlfriend treatment. I'm like, no, I'm not like a douchebag or anything like that, but for me to date a girl, like a girl I'm dating gets what's called the girlfriend treatment. It's treated really, really well. So if you guys don't know, I patent pending, right, on this girlfriend treatment thing, but it's basically how you treat a girl who's your girlfriend, right? So you don't treat girls who aren't your girlfriend like they're your girlfriend. You don't like hold their hand. You don't do like, say like really like nice romantic shit to them, right? You don't like hold open doors for them that much or anything like that. Because again, man, that'll scare girls, man. That'll scare girls who are not interested in you like that, who are not dating you, because they'll be like, oh shit, like he's in boyfriend mode. Like, they're just like, they see he's coming on way too strong, being way too serious, out of the gate. And I've known this for a long time, and that's why I've never given girls, even girls I've fucked around with, the whole girlfriend treatment, man, because they don't deserve it, in my opinion. If a girl's not dating you, if a girl's not monogamous to you, she doesn't, deserve to be treated like a princess. Does that mean you treat her like dog shit? No. Like, I know there's gonna be like feminazis in the fucking comments, like feminists just being like, oh my god, this guy he's such a fucking douchebag, he just uses women or whatever. Like, no, it's mutual on both sides. So yeah, basically I was like, explaining to her, I was going to explain to her on the phone because it was a little too complicated to explain over text what the girlfriend treatment is and why I don't give girls who I'm not dating the girlfriend treatment, right? And so I'm explaining that to her and she just didn't really understand. I mean, kind of got it, but kind of didn't. I'm just like, okay. And then she told me that she'd never been treated like that. Like she'd never been treated super, super well by any particular guy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like no guys like held doors open for you and like surprised you with coffee and shit and called you baby girl and been like a genuine like stand up like goals version of a dude? And she's like, no, not even the guy who proposed me, because some motherfucker proposed to her, dude. I'm fucking dead. Fucking killed me, dude. It was so funny to find that out. Again, this girl's 18 and I'm 19. So yeah, and by the story purpose of this video, I'm calling her Anna. So Anna was pretty fucking cool, dude. We held a conversation on the phone for like 2 goddamn hours and I'm like, I need to go to bed. Like seriously, this phone call lasted way longer than I expected and it went really, really well. So up until this point, I had not seen a reason to not want to, potentially date this girl. Does that make sense? Like not potentially catch the feels. If a girl is just strict physical attraction, then I'm down. You know what I mean? And I'll leave it at just that. I'll leave that at the door. But if a girl's like really cool and physically attractive, I'm gonna be like, fuck, like I may potentially want to date you. You know what I mean? Like goals, right? So anyway, I start to view her as kind of like that, like, potential dateable partner. I wasn't like, yo, let me ask her out tomorrow, fam. Like, let's get into this. No, absolutely not. I haven't even met the girl in person yet. So I took it as a challenge, the fact that she's never been treated like a goddamn princess before. So what I start doing is showing her the girlfriend treatment. I'm like, all right, well, you know what? And I really shouldn't have done this. This is the only real qualm I have with any of this. And again, it is something that I don't regret, and it is something that I did right, in my opinion, because I'll get to that at the end of the story, right? You got to stay until the end to find out what happens next. Why would I be so pissed at this girl? Stay here and watch the video until the end to find out why. Don't skip ahead. All right. But anyway, so I start treating her like, like giving her the girlfriend treatment, like calling her cute nicknames, like babe and baby girl and stuff. Just being like a sweet, genuine guy, but also being me and being like the kinky son of a bitch that I am, right? And flirting with her and teasing her and all sorts of shit and not being like, I'm just going to treat you really well and let you step all over me. No, absolutely not. I'm going to fuck your brains out. That's what's going to happen today, fam. So yeah, so I start showing her the girlfriend treatment, and I told her that I was going to show her that. I told her that I was going to start treating her really well, and obviously she wouldn't get the whole thing until she was dating me, or if she ended up dating me, right? But I did, show her like fucking like 80% of the girlfriend treatment. So, I'll get into that a little bit later, and because I already explained what that is. So anyway, I told her that I would do that, and she was like, okay, that sounds fantastic. Like, that sounds awesome. And she responded very, very positively to it. So why would you not? Why would I not at that point? So anyway, we're texting and talking, and this was probably like Monday or Tuesday night when we got on the phone call. Now it comes to Wednesday night and it's going really well. And I'm texting her at work, right? And I'm just like, hey, how's it going or whatever? You should definitely come over, after work or, after she's done with work and after I'm done with work. And she was like, no, you should come over like my parents, once my parents go to bed or whatever. And I'm like, that sounds fucking fantastic. That sounds terrific. Sure. I'm totally down because I knew this girl wanted to smash. Obviously, if she wants me to go over there at like 2 a.m, on a Wednesday night, sneak into her parents' house, she definitely wants to smash. I wish she could have come over because at my place, it's always better in my opinion. Like it's more comfortable. Like I know the environment. I know what's good. And like we can leave and like stuff like that. Like I don't have parents here. I don't have any roommates or anything like that. So at my apartment. And so if a girl's over, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And it's just a lot more comfortable and a lot better. And I'll get into that why in just a minute. But yeah, so I'm talking to her and I'm like, oh, seriously, like, is this going to happen? So anyway, I get off work and it's a little while later. Once she gets off work, like we start talking on the phone and we were talking on the phone for like 2.5 hours until her parents went to bed. Once her parents went to bed, I'm like, all right, I'm on my way, fam. So like I was all ready to go and everything like that. I had all my shit ready and I was like super, ready to go and dressed and everything like that. And I was just like, all right, dude, let's fucking do this. And she already told me she was on the shot, so I didn't bring any condoms because I'm a goddamn dumbass. But yeah, well, it's okay. Like, we'll see what happens. So anyway, I get in my car and I'm still on the phone with her and I'm driving on the way there. And dude, she lives like 25 minutes away, like shit, like on the other side of another city. And I'm like, fuck my life. But anyway, it wasn't really that bad. And actually that night I ended up having my dad's car. Like I took my dad's car to this girl's house. I ended up telling him, obviously, man. But I ended up taking my dad's car to this girl's house because I didn't have mine. My friend Sam rolled down my window and it was broken, so it wouldn't roll back up. And so we had to like park it at my dad's. I had to trade cars with my dad so we could park it in the garage and park it at work so nobody'd break into my car, basically, because where I live is fucking sketchy as shit, man. So if I left my window down, dude, people are going to steal my shit. And so like in my subwoofer or whatever, people are going to steal it. 100% confirmed. So anyway, I like had my dad's car that night. So I get in my dad's car and I'm like driving all the way over there to this other city. And I was like, oh man, your boy going to get it. I already knew 100% that I was going to get it. And I was super excited. So I'm driving on the way there talking to her. It's going well. And I finally end up getting there. So when I like get to her house, right, I had to be like really quiet and shit. Luckily, my dad's car's not as loud as mine. I like turned off the headlights and like parked behind one of her cars. And then I see her in the window and I'm like, all right, bye. So I hang up and I left the lube in the goddamn car. Like I'll get to that in a little bit. But I don't know if you guys know this or not. But like for me, when I have sex, I need lube. And it's complicated. I could get into it a little while, but I'm not really going to for the sake of this video. But anyway, I left it in the goddamn car. It'll come in a little bit later. Like I brought it all the way there and then I left it in the car. And that's pretty much all I brought. So anyway, I ended up taking this girl's screen door off and I'm like talking to her. She looked way cuter in person. Like most girls on Tinder, I've only met 2 girls from Tinder, right? One of them, oh, that's a story for another. I mean, I've already told that story. Like, yeah. But I do have one other story from that girl, man. Holy shit. So yeah, she was cuter in person. I'm like, all right, like I'm game. Like this is rare. This is a first. So she was cuter in person and I ended up seeing her and I'm like, all right, dude, it's going to be lit today. Take off her windscreen and you know, her whatever. And then I like crawl into her room and we close the window and we're getting in there and we're like cuddling on the bed, basically boring shit, blah, blah, blah. We're on the bed. Everything's going well. We're like touching each other and flirting with each other and talking. And it's going really, really well. Keep in mind the window's closed and the door's closed because obviously we don't want our parents to hear us, and she just has one fan going, so it got hot as fuck in that room, guys. And I know you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, dude, you tell us about every time you have sex. Like I don't, but a lot of my funny stories do involve sex, and so we're gonna get right into that today, fam, just like I got into it. So I'm so fucking dead, guys. So anyway, we're doing that, we're hitting it off, and we're like stripping and stuff like that, and we end up getting into it, and we start having sex, and that, it went well. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't like the best sex ever, but it was decent. So like that finishes up, and then we're just kind of cuddling, I guess, and then it's like 3:30, like 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god, like I really need to go home. Now, one of the things she did critique me on, and by critique me on, I mean she found a problem with it. She found it really, really weird. And keep in mind, I already explained to this girl a lot of stuff. I had already explained to her about my YouTube channel. I had already explained to her that I like being called daddy, stuff like that, you know what I mean? And all this like weird shit, and like some of the weird shit I was in, not obviously everything, of course, but she ended up knowing quite a bit about me through our conversations on the phone, as well as texting a lot. And in my opinion, it's like, you were going to find this out sooner or later. Might as well tell you, get the cat out of the bag, you know what I mean? So that you know what's going on, and so you're not like surprised to find my YouTube channel or surprised to find all this crazy shit about me through my YouTube channel, rather than it just be me telling you, right? So anyway, she kept critiquing me for something where I say hi, okay? So it's kind of strange. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically, if I'm like interacting with a girl, sometimes I'll do this and sometimes I won't. I mean, it's really, I don't quite know how to explain it, but I did it a lot like with my ex and stuff. Basically, like either during sex or, you know, after sex, or even just when hanging out, like I'll acknowledge that person in a way that's like with a smile and like a cocky, like, hi, you know what I mean? Kind of like a checkup, like, how are you doing? You know, is everything going well? And she thought it was the weirdest shit ever. She was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, I've already said hi to you. And she like pointed out a couple times, and I'm like, why is this a big deal? Why is this a shocker to you? And the red flag number 1, guys, red flag number 2. The first red flag was her parents being like super strict, which is a really bad thing, and having to like sneak into her house and be like super quiet and shit, which is okay with me. But again, it's like, man, your parents won't even let you like go out and like meet some guy, you know what I mean? It just doesn't, I don't understand shitty parents, man. I don't understand shitty parents, shitty strict parents. I just don't get it, man. I can't wait to not be that kind of a parent. So anyway, she just like critiqued me on this, and that's red flag number 2. If a girl's like critiquing you for stuff that you do that isn't like offensive or mean or anything like that, like if she doesn't find it cute or doesn't like it, then dude, get the fuck out of there, all right? That means the girl doesn't like you for you. If a girl doesn't like you for your quirks and your weird, you know, like mannerisms and stuff that you do, then get the fuck out of there, dude. If a girl's like, you call me fam way too much, like, and just fucking leave, dude. She doesn't like you calling her fam, like, get out of there, fam. Then you got to do that. So that's just something noteworthy that'll come up a little bit later. she kept getting like really weird about that. And I just, anyway, regardless of that happening, again, I had like light goggles on because I started to, like evaluate this girl as a potential dateable partner. And like, I won't get into a relationship with somebody unless I've had sex with that person, because sexual compatibility is part of the, personality compatibility. It's part of the overall, dating relationship compatibility, if you will, in my opinion, right? So, that happened and that went well. And so I was like, all right. And we hung out a little bit. And again, the whole night was good. I got like great positive vibes from it. And I didn't see anything wrong with it. So anyway, it all went really well. So it comes to Sunday, and keep in mind, between then and Sunday, I had talked to this girl all day long, like via texting, and then at night we'd have like 1 to 3 hour phone calls, and just like chat, and just, it went really, really well. And I was, again, getting great vibes, and I knew this girl wasn't a tease. I knew this girl wasn't fucking with me. I knew this girl wasn't like a total bitch or whatever, and I'll get into that a little bit later, why I'm calling her this or whatever in the story, again, mostly for views, but it is slightly true, and it is slightly the way I feel, because I felt really frustrated after, because it did reaffirm a lot of what I was believing. So keep in mind, when I met her and stuff, I treated her really, really well, man. Played with her hair, was super nice, was a super genuine dude, but I'm also me, I was also, a kinky little old me doing my shit and doing stuff like that. And, again, the only weird thing that she found was the fact that I said hi, like more than one time. Overall, I don't know. It's just something really random. So anyway, Sunday rolls around, and we've been talking a shit ton, and I was going to go swimming with my parents. And my brother and his fiance and stuff, and the baby, because I'm an uncle, like goals. She's so damn cute, guys. But anyway, yeah, so I was going to go swimming with them, and I don't remember why, but I really wanted to see her, and I really wanted to go swimming with her because we've been talking and stuff. And basically, which is fucking bullshit, right? This is part of strike number one. In order to see this girl like often, is when she wasn't working or anything like that, would be to get the approval from her parents, right? To meet her goddamn parents, like fucking early on. And to me, it's like, you know what? Fuck. Like, if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. Like, and the problem is, even if I just wanted her to be my fuck buddy, I would still have to do this shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I would still have to, like, get approval from her parents and, like, meet her parents and be like, yo, what up, fam? Like, I like fucking your daughter. You know what I mean? It's lit over here. And they'd just be like, okay, you seem like a cool guy. You seem like a genuine dude. Like, for sure, 10 out of 10. Would, you know what I mean? So, oh, man. So, anyway, Sunday rolls around, and for some reason, I had already planned on, like, taking her to dinner or something the next day, and I was teasing her and stuff about it, because I figured, I'm like, look, if I got to meet your parents, I got to meet your parents. That's just the way it is. And so I was kind of jokingly like, maybe, we should go swimming, because I haven't seen you or whatever, and you don't work until, 5, and so this was last Sunday, and I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do that. So she, like, legit saw if she could, and she asked her mom, and her mom gave her the A-okay, because we were with my family, and she wouldn't be seeing me, like, alone or whatever. So I'm like, if I got to meet your parents, you got to meet my parents, you know what I mean? And it just got way too serious, way too fast, you guys, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But that was really my logic, was, again, if I have to meet your parents, you have to meet mine, or you can meet mine, you know what I mean? Challenge motherfucking accepted. So anyway, man, she comes over to my apartment, and we get in my car, and it's going pretty well, and I, like, opened the door for her. I was treating her really well and telling her that I was giving her, like, 80% of the girlfriend treatment. She was loving it. She was responding so well, so I didn't see the goddamn problem, you know what I mean? And, God, I'll fucking get into that when I talk about the lesson, but she was responding really, really well to it, so why would I stop? Why would I stop doing what I was doing? Why would I not do what I was doing? And so we go swimming, and we, like, meet my parents and stuff. So right when we get there, right, they had already gone swimming a little bit because we were a little late. Like, I felt really bad because she had to, drive like 20 fucking 5 minutes. And then we had to, stop by my house and everything like that, and then go to the pool. And so we meet up at the pool, and my parents are just chilling, kind of tanning out. My brother, his fiance, stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, cool. You guys want to go down the water slide? And so the first thing we did when we got there was legit meet up with my parents. Okay. This is not even like a joke or anything like that. First thing we did was meet up with my parents, and I'm like, hey, you guys want to go down the water slide? And they're like, no. So we do that, and she's just like, okay, well, cool. And then I come back, and I'm like, hey, do you guys want to go, inside? You're going to want to go on the rope swing or the hot tub or anything like that? And my little brother was like, yeah, I will. But my parents were just like, nah, we're just going to chill out here. We're just going to relax, basically. So, I and my little brother go inside. I go on the rope swing, and so does my little brother, and she didn't, but, whatever. We're hanging out a little bit, again, like with my little brother, as well as her and me. Because again, I wanted to see her, but I also wanted to see my parents, of course, because I don't live with my parents. So, it helps to see them a lot. And so we end up going in the hot tub. My little brother couldn't go with me. We were only in there for like 10 goddamn minutes. Now, while we were in there, she told me, she was like, I feel like you don't want to see your family. Like, I feel like you're like replacing, me with your family. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, no, I absolutely want to see my family, but I did want to go in the hot tub. Like, I haven't been in a hot tub in fucking like a year or two. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been in a fucking hot tub. And so I wanted to go in the hot tub. And so like we were just in there for like 10 or 15 minutes, and I end up going out, and because my little brother couldn't go in with me, wasn't old enough. End up going outside and like meeting up with my parents and going down the water slide with them and hanging out with them and everything like that for pretty much the rest of the time. So again, the time I spent apart from my parents was very marginal. It was very little in terms of the amount of time we were there. It was probably like 30 minutes total when we were there for like 2 hours. I don't know. It was just fucking stupid. So I took it as like, oh my God, like she actually cares. She wants me to be around my family and stuff and isn't trying to take me away from them. And that's good, right? But what I didn't take it as is that she thought that I was like telling my family to fuck off. Like, fuck you guys. Like I know nothing about you, or whatever. Cause like my brother told me that he was, probably moving somewhere in a couple months. And I'm just like, well, shit, man, I didn't know that. Like, we don't talk much anymore because my brother and I don't go to the gym together anymore. I go to a different gym because it's cheaper, basically. So, but he's moving anyway, so he didn't want to sign up for a new membership, which sucks. So I don't really know what's going on in his life because, again, I live by myself. My parents live their own lives. My mom lives their own life. My brothers live their own life. I just don't know 100% of what's going on. So we do hang out as much as I can, and we do catch up and stuff. But she saw this as like a really, really bad thing. So I got, good vibes while we were at the pool. And we're at the pool, and like we end up snacking, and she had to leave early because she had to go to work. So I totally get that. So we get back in my car, we go back to my apartment, and I like drop her off at her car, right? And I like kiss her or whatever. And I'm like, have fun at work. Text me when you get there safe or whatever. You know what I mean? Just being like a genuine dude, just being like a nice, genuine dude the whole time. But again, still teasing this girl and giving her shit. And something I did while we were at the pool a little bit is like I would just like tease her by like poking her and stuff. And apparently she didn't really like that a lot. Like she got into that a little bit later, but apparently she was like not a fan of that at all. It's like, what the fuck? Like, play with me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just dicking around. Like, it's nothing serious. So anyway, right after the very first text she sends me, after the fact that I was like, I text her, I'm like, hey, like, let me know when you're home safe. Sorry. Oh shit. I totally forgot you could have showered and gotten ready here, because again, like her work is closer to, it would have been easier for her just to go directly to her work after my place, then go all the way home, then go all the way to work. So again, she could have like after the pool, she could have showered at my place, with or without me, whatever. And then gotten ready for work and then just left, it would have been much easier on her. And so I text her that. I'm like, hey, I totally forgot you could have showered at my place. Sorry, I didn't mention or whatever. She's like, no, like I didn't want to do that. Like I only like showering at my place or whatever. Like, absolutely not. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I got like super negative vibes, and I was really confused. And I text her a little bit. I'm like, she's like, I got to go, bye. Like, I'm like, okay, well, have a good day at work. Cause she like couldn't text at work or whatever. Can't text at work. Anyway, guys. So she ends up going to work. And then after the first text I get from her, I was just like, oh shit. Like, are you okay? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm getting really negative vibes from you after the pool. And I don't fucking get it. I don't understand. Like, everything was going so well. I really, really don't understand. So she texts me, she's like, we need to talk. And I was like, oh fuck, like this is the text, like, you know what I mean, fam? Like, this is the text that all guys are like, yep, I know exactly where the fuck this is gonna go. And I was confused. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here? So anyway, she like calls me after work, and we're talking on the phone, and she's like explaining all this shit to me about like how horrible I am, and about like how today, like, she was just like, fuck you, like you like disregarded your family and you don't know anything about them, and like, I like guys who can, always know about their family and be with their family and shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, and I tried to explain to her like my side of it, that I was with my family and we spent as much time with my family as pretty much possible. But again, like, I don't know every little bit about their lives because I don't live with them. Like, you don't understand. Like, I see them as much as I can, but we're all fucking busy as shit. Like, I work full time. Sometimes I go to school full time. Like, I'm just taking summer off right now, but I'm a busy fucking dude. She just didn't get it. She just didn't understand. So she's going off on me for like 10 to 15 minutes about how horrible of a guy I am, and how like all sorts of shit, and just like that she's still like not getting over her ex, and that she's comparing me to her ex, and I'm like way too skinny and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, exactly. Like, for sure. Like, I work out for no goddamn reason at all. I know you guys are in the comments gonna be like, dude, what do you mean you don't work out at all? It's like, if you've seen my pictures on Twitter, you do know I work out, fam. And I'm not going to show them in this video because it's just not fucking necessary. Like, I don't have to prove anything to you guys. So anyway, it's like, oh yeah, and I was legit like sarcasm. I turned into a fucking asshole on the phone. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're just going to be like immediately like, oh no, I'm only looking for a boyfriend, right? Oh yeah, like for sure. Oh, you want to give me the girlfriend treatment? Sounds fantastic, fam. Sounds really great. And I'm just like over here, like, you know, I'm trying my best to look my best, you know, whenever, right? You know, hit the gym, everything like that. And she's like, oh, you're too skinny and you're like not 6 foot tall or whatever because I'm only like 5'9". And so she kept comparing me to her ex. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, she's just like, oh, it turns out I'm not really like over him or whatever because like the guy who proposed to her, I guess. And she's been with like other guys since. But I don't fucking understand, dude. I felt like it was just a bullshit excuse just to get me off of her plate, just to get me out of her life. And I was like, all right, you know, if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. And so I was like, being really sarcastic, and I was like, I would raise my voice at her. You know, I didn't like yell at her or anything like that, but I would be like, you know, oh yeah, you know, I just work out for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it doesn't fucking matter, like anything like that. So I was kind of being a sarcastic asshole and shit, as one would expect, as one would, you know, obviously do. And it's just, I was like, fucking this is so fucking stupid. This is so goddamn childish. You're telling me that, like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm looking for a boyfriend. And then I'm like, yo, what up, fam? And she's just like, oh, you don't treat your family as well as this other dude did. Oh, you're not 6 foot tall and have a tiny ass dick. She legit told me he has a tiny ass dick, which is so goddamn funny. You know, and just like, you're not 6 foot tall, fam. Like, I can't be with you, way too skinny. Nope, doesn't matter how good you look, you know, or whatever. And it just, I was like, I was fucking speechless. I was like, is this what I'm hearing through the phone? Like, legit, after taking this girl swimming, she like got this super negative vibe from me, and like legit went from like wetter than the goddamn Niagara Falls to drier than a Nature Valley Crunch Bar. All right, seriously, I was like, I don't get it. I don't understand women. You treat them well, and there's like, nope, fuck you, fam. Like, your boy out. Like, it was so frustrating to hear. You guys have no idea. It was so goddamn irritating. Like, when I heard that over the phone, I was like, am I actually hearing this right now? Are you seriously saying what I just thought you said? She legit even told me that I treated her too well. I treated this girl too well, and it like, yeah, like, she started looking at me like her ex-boyfriend, I guess, and comparing me to him, and she was like, no, like, I like him way more than I like you, so fuck you completely. And I'm like, wow, like, teach me a good thing or two. So here's why I'm pissed, all right? Hold on, let me get into this in just a second. So, yeah, anyway, that happened, and it felt like a goddamn breakup. It was the stupidest, like, weekend of my entire fucking life, dude. So much time down the drain. But anyway, that ends up happening, and I check my phone the next day, right? I end up going to bed, like, super heated, just fucking pissed. I was just like, well, this is the dumbest shit, like, waste his time, 2K16, right? So I end up going to bed, and I wake up the next day, and I'm like, I want to see something about this girl. I want to see, you know, if whatever. So maybe we shouldn't date. Like, we're definitely not compatible, so we shouldn't date or anything like that. But I want to call her and see if she wants to do, like, just fuck buddies. You know what I mean? Like, let me treat her like goddamn dog shit, and, you know, we'll be fuck buddies, and maybe she'll be down. Because, you know, if you're a douche to girls, it ends up working really, really well for you. And that's why guys do it. So at least that's why I do it anyway, man. Because, again, if you give the girl girlfriend treatment, man, she's like, yo, what up? I'm fucking outie, dude. I'm dipping. And you're just like, okay, you know, bye. Like, peace. And this is why nice guys finish last. So I call her, and I'm like, yo, what up? She's just like, hey. And I'm like, I noticed you unfriended me on Facebook. And she's like, yeah, like, I did. And I'm like, why? And she's like, oh, so you can get over me more easily. And I'm just like, or something like that, like, so you can move on without me and fuck other girls more easily. And I'm like, okay, you know, that sounds good to me, but like that's a little, like, dramatic. Because I legit contemplated unfriending her on Facebook that night, but I'm like, no, like, I'll see what happens. You know, this is just one conversation, because she ended up telling me that she, like, had her period shortly after or something, like that she was like super moody or something, that she's bleeding. I don't know. And I was like, is this an effect of the period? And she's like, no, it's not an effect of the period. So sorry guys, I'm rambling a little bit. That ends up happening, and I'm calling her like, hey, you know what? Fine. I thought about what you said, and again, look, if you wanna get over your ex, like, I can fuck you so well you'll forget all about him. And she was like, okay. And I'm like, well, do you want to be, you know, fuck buddies? And I'll just treat you like dog shit. And she's just like, I didn't tell her like that. I'm just like, I'll just, you know, treat you pretty much like shit, and we'll just be fuck buddies. And does that sound good? And she's like, no, not really. And I'm like, why not? Like, you find me physically attractive. Like, why the fuck not? And so she's just like, oh, well, basically, I don't need that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't need that? Like, what, everybody needs sex. What are you talking about? No, not like everybody needs it, but like, it's something like, why not? Like, why? It's a good thing. It's fun to have, stuff like that. She's like, once is enough for me. And I'm just like, like, all right, like, I mean, I guess, like, if that's the way you want to roll, if that's the way you want to be about it, then, okay, peace, like, later, we're going our separate ways, like, later, fam. So yeah, we agreed to just be like, drop everything and just like not talk anymore. Not going to contact this girl ever again, man, for any reason. If she contacts me, I'm not going to contact her. So, all right, summarizing everything, why I'm so pissed. She wasted like a week of my time and countless hours on the phone that I could have been making videos, that I could have been hanging out with friends, been playing CSGO, anything like that. She wasted a shit ton of my time. Like, I did have sex with her, sure, but again, it wasted a lot of my time. And she lied about what she wanted, right? She claimed to be over her ex. She claimed to be ready for a relationship. She claimed to be like looking for a boyfriend or whatever. But no, she fucking flat out lied, dude. She was just looking for, I don't know what the fuck she was looking for, man. It doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. Now, she didn't like me for me is the third thing, right? She critiqued me on certain shit that I did, like the poking her, and the saying hi like randomly or whatever. It's not even like anything crazy. I'm like, out of all the shit I've told you, being called daddy, everything like that, this is the weirdest thing, like saying hi more than once. Like, I don't understand. So she didn't like me for me. She didn't like my quirks or anything like that, or find those cute or, whatever at all. And that's, again, another red flag. Now, she reaffirmed the fact that being a douche works, okay? She told me that this is why you treat girls like shit, all right? This is why you don't fucking treat girls with the girlfriend treatment 100% or even, like, remotely, like, more than a quarter, then... Because they'll get scared, they'll get intimidated by it, and they'll either start comparing you to their ex, or they'll start, just pushing you away because it's just too much. You just come on too strong. So she reaffirmed the fact that being a douche works. Like, when I'm a douche to girls, it just works way too well. It's just too goddamn perfect. It's like, if you treat a girl like shit and you act like you don't care and you don't care, then the girl's gonna come running to you. If you do act like you care and you treat this girl really well and call her nice names and do, nice stuff like that, then she's gonna go running for the hills. Right? So, man, it's just so fucking frustrating. So why am I glad? She didn't waste any more of my time. Imagine if I would have actually, like, went furthermore with this girl, right? And kept talking to her and kept, seeing if I was interested in her and stuff like that, and actually going on dates with her and stuff, and then ended up asking her out, man. She could have wasted way more of my time, all right? Definitely could have wasted way more of my time. The other reason I'm glad is I didn't commit to her, right? I didn't, make her my girlfriend, right? I didn't have to go through a breakup or whatever, like go dating some girl, and then break up with her. So I didn't have to commit to her, right? So I didn't have to do anything like that. We weren't compatible, all right? If a girl's gonna critique me for this kind of shit right on day one, like, even before the pool incident, and I know you guys are gonna be like, oh man, it's because you treated her too well. Part of it is that. However, I did weed her out because of that, and that makes me so goddamn happy. It shows me that I did not waste any more of my motherfucking time on this girl because she wasn't right for me and she wasn't serious enough. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not even a fucking serious dude, but until this point, I had seen like everything well. I've been like, all right, she's cute. She does this. You can hold a conversation and she's good to talk to, everything like that. And so I hadn't found a reason not to date her until she pointed this shit out. Like, until we went to the pool and she was like, oh man, I fucking hated all the shit you did. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus, like, man. Yeah, so we weren't compatible, man. And I found out real quick. So I don't regret anything. I don't regret any of the shit I did. However, I'm making this story for two reasons. One, to entertain you guys and to let you know some about my life. And for two, to tell you not to do this, guys. To tell you not to treat a girl with even more than a quarter of the goddamn girlfriend treatment until she is your girlfriend, right? A girl is going to be amazed. A girl is going to be stunned. A girl's never going to want to leave you if you're always being like that stand-up dude, like opening doors for her, calling her late at night, telling her good night, stuff like that, forehead kisses, being just a genuine motherfucking dude all of the time, telling her how beautiful she is and like why you like her and shit like that. Anything romantic like that, a girl who's not dating you does not deserve even a quarter of that shit, like of my potential, of the potential of how well I actually treat girls who are my girlfriends, man. They get treated fantastically. And that's why being single like surprises me sometimes, because it's like, well, you know what, man, like you're missing out, like fuck you, right? So again, it's just, she reaffirms what I knew. about the girlfriend treatment. I already knew this, right? Again, up until this point, I had never given a girl more than fucking like 60, 70% of the girlfriend treatment without being my girlfriend, man. It just hadn't happened. And I gave her way too much of it way too soon. Like, bitch didn't deserve it, man. And so why do I call her a stupid Tinder bitch, man? Stupid because she lied to me and said she wanted something that she didn't and pretended to be over her ex when she wasn't. Tinder because obviously Tinder, and bitch for just being a bitch in this whole situation, all right? Like, you know, wasting my time and just going from 0 to 100 real quick, or 100 to 0 real quick in terms of being, like, again, wetter than the goddamn Niagara Falls to drier than a crunchy Nature Valley bar. Man, I just don't fucking understand, dude. I just don't get it. So again, I'm making this video to tell you guys never to do this ever. Like, please do not treat a girl crazy well if you're not dating her. I really did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like on it. Smash a like, 1,000 for the my whole ex-girlfriend story. Stay sexy, you beasts. I'm GhostSickness. I fucking love you guys, and I'm out.